here for conditional use.
I call to order the Lake Mills Plan Commission meeting of November 28, 2017. We'll proceed with roll call.
Mr. Foster?
Here.
Mr. Holman?
Here.
Ms. Lazarus?
Here.
Mr. Schumacher?
Here.
Mr. Magnuson?
Here.
Mr. Pearson?
Here.
Mr. Coots?
Here.
We go to item number 3, correction and/or approval of the minutes of October 24, 2017.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of October 24, 2017. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Those are passed. Item number 4, questions and public comment. The public may address the Plan Commission at this time on items not on the agenda, unless on items on the agenda, unless the item is the subject of a public hearing. We do have one public hearing this evening on a rezoning request for 805 North Elm Street coming up. Public comment may also be made on items that are not on the agenda if you have registered with the city clerk before the meeting has been called to order. The open meeting law discourages action on items not listed on the agenda. Does anyone wish to speak under this item? Okay. In that case, we just, for the agenda, we just received information on actually item number 7 on the conditional use request of Dog and Shrub Distillery by the Campbells, which was tabled the last time. And we received a note saying that the Campbells would want to formally withdraw their application for conditional use at the meeting tonight. So that being the case, I thought, well, we'll just have that go in front of the number 5, the public hearing, since otherwise we would keep you. So, Mr. and Mrs. Campbell, is that your request then? Okay. Yes, if you would like to approach the
Let's have a motion
lectern.
to suspend the rules.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to
Thank you.
suspend the rules. to
Second.
So moved and seconded to suspend the rules to have the Campbells comment. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Okay, yeah, thank you, Mr. Campbell.
All right. Part of the reason we wanted to make sure that we showed up tonight was that we really want to appreciate or want to thank you guys for all the time that you've spent with us working over the last 2 planning commissions. Unfortunately, the lot line issue was not resolved to our satisfaction, which was the primary reason for our withdrawal. We have canceled our lease with Troy Kloss. We are working with the Chamber of Commerce and finding a new location downtown. Hopefully in the future we will be back with you and have another application for you. So we just really would like to thank you for your time. We've grown a lot, we've learned a lot about the process, and we hope you have it as well. So thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. Campbell. Yeah, we're sorry it didn't work out as well, but you might find something that you like better.
Yeah, that's our hope.
Oh, yeah.
And we got some leads and are looking them forward, so.
Well, we look forward to that.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you. All right, with that, then we will not be going formally to item number 7 later, and so we will now go to item number 5, public hearing, zoning amendment request, Jennifer Jeske, 570 Connor Court, for the purpose of changing the zoning of property located at 805 North Elm Street, Lake Mills, parcel 246-0713-1223-009, from rural development to planned business district. Before proceeding with the hearing, then I'd like to hear first from our consulting planner, Dustin Wolf, and if you would provide a summary of the request.
Certainly. For those of you not familiar with the area, this is along the newly extended Elm Street. So it would be we'll call it south of the new Culvers site out there. This was recently annexed. The annexation was completed earlier this month. I'm looking at Misty on that. So it is no longer in the town. It is an area that, truthfully, the city, when it put its comprehensive plan together, hadn't thought was going to become part of the city. But it was in the extraterritorial zoning area, so it was zoned R1 in the extraterritorial area. Obviously, what they're asking now is for planned business. The lands to the immediate east of them are also zoned planned business. You'll know them by, there's a veterinary clinic, there's chiropractor, I can't remember what else is over there, but very small scale, residential looking type buildings and businesses with indoor activities. The site is required to go through our normal findings of fact. I don't know if you want me to run through them now or if you'd like to wait until the next agenda item under the discussion.
I think we could wait under discussion then.
Okay,
That'd be fine.
but the area is currently zoned our residential holding district. That's what it was brought into the to the city as part of the annexation. That is a standard practice for the municipality, and it's in keeping with other municipalities. Most communities, when they bring land in under annexation, it's in a rural holding or an agricultural district, because that's the least intensive district a city typically has, meaning it only allows a single-family residence and nothing else. So at this time, it's the formal application to rezone the property to what would be its permanent, if you will, zoning district.
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Wolf. For the Plan Commission motion that has been prepared for this, what this motion is, this is motion 1711-1, recommendation to City Council for zoning amendment, Jennifer Jeske, 805 North Elm Street, parcel 246-0713-1223009. This motion lays out the statutory authority for the city to zone, and also sets out that the city does have certain zoning requirements for zoning amendment, and sets out the zoning rezoning request by the petitioner from rural development to planned business district. There's been the staff review, and that it sets out tonight's public hearing and the Plan Commission review. And then finally, the motion states that the Plan Commission recommends the rezoning to the City Council. If this is to go forward, I'll bring it up under discussion. Because in your memo, Mr. Wolf, you mentioned that it should also be a amendment to the future zoning land use map.
That is correct.
So-
When the comprehensive plan was put together, it was 10 years ago now. There was no thought to extending Elm Street through this area. This area was intended to stay residential along Linden. And obviously, things have changed quite dramatically in the last couple of years.
Okay. But with that and an overview of the motion, then we'll open the public hearing. The public hearing is open. Does anyone wish to speak concerning the rezoning request by Jennifer Jeske for rezoning 805 North Elm Street from rural development to planned business district? Are there any public comments concerning this rezoning request? If there are none, I'm going to close the public hearing. Public hearing is closed. We go on to item number 6, discussion recommendation on zoning amendment request, Jennifer Jeske, 570 Connor Court for the purpose of changing the zoning of the property located at 805 North Elm Street, Lake Mills, parcel 246071312230009, from rural development to planned business district. And I guess just to start the discussion, the only thing I would do with a prepared motion is to say it would be conditioned upon amending the future land use map from single-family residential to planned business/office. So that's the only thing I would change to say conditioned upon that future land use map. I mean, it doesn't have to be concurrent.
No, the zoning wouldn't go in place until the comprehensive plan map was updated.
All right, very good. And can these be, can these occur quite soon? And can the procedures for both be largely concurrent?
Motion to amend that motion and then proceed on the amended motion.
Okay. All right, okay, that's fine. All right. Would anyone care to make a motion to amend this motion?
Yeah, I'd make the motion to amend the future land use map.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick question. Is there more changes that should be made while we do this? And are we shooting ourselves in the foot by doing this and then amending it and then not fixing anything else that may need to be amended?
It's a great question, and in my opinion, no, I don't think you're handcuffing yourself at all. Other lands in this area did annex on Elm Street, and they wanted to be single-family residential, and that was in keeping with the comprehensive plan. When Culver's came in, again, we hadn't anticipated that annexation because it was the motel and the liquor store. But then we did an amendment for part of that area because most of it was commercial already. This is a transitional area. The rest of the lands in that area really are residential because they have single-family homes on them. So keeping them as, illustrating them as single-family residential in the comprehensive plan would be appropriate.
So what about anything else that might be in the extraterritorial areas right now that we may want to look at? What I'm trying to get to is, if we spend the money to get the maps and all this stuff updated now, are we going to have to go back 2 months from now and pay again to do it again?
Oh, updating the maps is a negligible
Okay.
cost. You have to have a publication. That's the only cost that you're really incurring. And there's a statutory procedure for updating the map that has to be followed. But that aside, the simplest and easiest thing to do is change the map. That's about, and not an exaggeration, 15 seconds worth of work.
Okay.
It's not like the old days.
Yeah.
Yes. It's changing a database, printing a new map.
Okay,
So-
that was the only question I had.
Okay. All right, very good.
I would be prepared to see a lot of changes up there in the next year.
That's what I was assuming, so.
Okay, there is a motion and a second to amend the prepared motion by saying conditioned upon amendment of the future land use map. Is there any further discussion on the change in the motion?
I just do it so staff handles the balance of the changes of the map part.
It will come back to you,
Yeah.
but yes, we would handle procedurally. There are people that have to be notified. There's an open book period that has to occur, and then it'll go to the council. And to Ms. Lazaris's point, it could run concurrent with the rezoning. You could wait for it, or you can pass the rezoning at the council level, which would certainly help the property owner know that that's the intention, conditioned upon just that other change happening.
More procedural than.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I do have one question. The clerk brought up the petitioner's time constraints here. They're looking for approval at the first council meeting in December. So if you, I'm not sure whether or not this would slow down that process, conditioning their approval on updating that map. When for this specific zoning adjustment, it may not be necessary to really update the map.
And that's something we should be doing anyway.
Yes.
It's going to be done based on what I just heard. I don't know that we want to condition this motion upon that
Good idea.
completion.
That-
Good
Yeah,
idea.
that's
Good
a,
idea.
oh, that-
They're
it's
looking to
happening
get approval
anyway.
at-
yeah, that's important to know.
happening anyway.
Okay, all right. In that case, then,
So let's have a vote on that
Yeah.
motion.
yeah, well, in that case, we would just be voting on the motion as prepared.
Or you can
Or
withdraw.
no, we
You
have to
still have
close
to-
the motion to amend.
Yep.
So if you're not in favor of the motion to amend, vote nay.
And if we vote nay,
And
that
then you can
means
still present the motion
then
as
we
it's currently
present
written.
it
Well,
as
can the person who made the motion withdraw the motion?
That's probably.
Yeah, they both-
That might be
Withdraw
better
the
because
motion.
of, we understand it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Who
I
made
will
the
do
mo-
it.
Okay,
I
thank you.
withdraw.
All right, the motion to amend has been withdrawn. All right, well, therefore, we have the prepared motion in front of us. Is there any questions, comments by plan commissioners, staff on this prepared motion? On this requested rezoning? All right, if there isn't anything, then we'll proceed with a motion concerning this prepared motion.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve 1711-1.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve motion 1711-1. Any further discussion? Okay,
Didn't you just second it?
Yep.
yeah, he
We're
did.
ready to vote.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, in that case, we'll proceed with roll call vote.
Mr. Holman?
Aye.
Ms. Lazarus?
Aye.
Mr. Schumacher?
Aye.
Mr. Magnuson?
Aye.
Mr. Pearson?
Aye.
Mr. Coots?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Motion passed 7-0.
All right, and we have already taken up item number 7, and so we'll go on with item number 8, recommendations for future agendas. Is there anything we should know about this evening?
The only thing that's jumping out at us right now is the amendment to the future land use map that you'll see.
Okay.
Is there anything else that we need
No, we're going to have to discuss TIDs with them,
to? Yes.
probably coming up in the very near future.
Probably a year likely.
For the next Plan Commission meeting, it is on the 26th, the day after Christmas. Is everyone able to be here on December 26th?
I will not be.
I'll be out of town,
Okay, this is what we are looking to find
and
out.
it's not up to me.
Do we have anything?
I'll be here.
I mean, if I did something before.
We may,
Oh.
but, you know, I kind of want to get a feeling for if we have enough people in case we are meeting on the 26th.
If we do, can we just bump it somewhere else?
You could move it up. I mean,
Yeah.
if the only thing that we have is the change of the map, I don't think we'll do anything. I'm looking at Steve, we probably wouldn't have it and wait until January.
There was no
Okay, all right,
expectation to have a meeting in
so
December.
so it's unlikely that we would need to meet in December.
Correct.
Okay, well, that's fine. All right, let's not worry about the 26th then. So, all right, in that case, we are to item number 9, adjournment. Does anyone have anything to say about adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
So moved, is there a second? Moved and seconded, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same
We'll have
sign.
another indication.
We're adjourned.